Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF leader Julius Malema, has called for the deployment of South African National Defence Force, SANDF, soldiers to the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, to be rescinded. At least 2,900 SANDF soldiers were deployed earlier this month to provide support in combating illicit armed factions in the eastern region of the DRC. The deployment was authorized by President Cyril Ramaphosa to fulfill the country's obligation towards the Southern African Development Community, SADC, mission to the DRC. According to the presidency, the year-long and R2 billion deployment would not impact provisions for the cash-strapped SANDF's regular maintenance and emergency repairs. SANDF sent to be killed. Speaking in a media briefing following the EFF's manifesto launch held over the weekend, Malema criticized the deployment, saying the move was out of order. Why are SA troops in DRC mission? He called for the peacekeeping mission to be stopped with immediate effect. Although he expressed support for South Africa helping the DRC, the EFF leader said he was of the view that SANDF soldiers were not fit for purpose. Our army can't look after cabbages. I can't hire them at my farm to look after cabbages. We just don't have the army, Malema said. The EFF leader accused the African National Congress, ANC-led government of leaving the SANDF financially crippled. That's why, in the manifesto of the EFF, we say we will finance the army and make sure it is properly trained and the necessary equipment needed for the success of the army is provided. The army has collapsed. He said the soldiers were sent to the DRC to be killed following the deaths of 2 people in a mortar bomb attack. They are not properly trained, they must come back home, and we must stop with any military deployment until we are fit and proper. Cyril Ramaphosa wants to kill our children in DRC. Those M23 rebels are well equipped. Look at what they did. They hit our base. Who goes to a base of an army if you know that thing is an army and is powerful? You go to their base once you have undermined them. That's why all armies in the battlefield, when things are bad, they are called to retreat to the base because that's where you can regroup and attack. But no, they came to our base. That's how weak we are. It's like another man coming to your house.
South African deployment of soldiers to DRC is out of order. It must be withdrawn with immediate effect. Not that South Africa is not supposed to deploy in DRC. We're supposed to deploy in DRC and be in the forefront. We just don't have the army. Our army can't look after cabbages. I can't hire them in my farm to go and look after cabbages. We just don't have the army. The ANC has collapsed the army. That's why in the manifesto of the EFF we say we will finance the army and make sure that it's properly trained and the necessary equipment needed for the success of the army is provided. The army has collapsed. How come the AK-47s just enter South Africa with ease? Look at what KwaZulu-Natal has become now, where guns are found with ease. AK-47 is associated with Mozambique. It's even on their logo. The flag of Mozambique has got AK-47 because that is a weapon of their choice. It has never been for us. Unless in exile, in MK and APLA and all of that. But we as a country, we don't count amongst ourselves the weapons that we prefer, AK-47. So it tells you this thing is entering somewhere. Where is the army? It's not there. There's no army. So they are sent there to be killed because they are not properly trained. They must come back home, and we must stop with any military deployment until we are fit and proper.
even for those who accuse us of stealing minerals, if that were to be true, I think we can do better still by having peace. Yes. Because when you have peace, then you don't even need to steal. You would actually have, I was talking to some very senior people recently from somewhere who were saying, the Congolese are saying we steal their colta, we steal their gold. And then I asked them one question. There was many readers. I said, there is something I know. Some people come from Congo, whether they smuggle or go through the right channels, they bring minerals, but most of it goes through here, does not stay here. It goes to Dubai, goes to Brussels, goes to Tel Aviv, goes to Russia. It used to go to Russia. I don't know whether it still goes there. It goes everywhere. So I was asking them, I said, are you on the list of those who are stealing minerals of Congo? Because these things, they end up with you. For us, we are now, they go through our country. They are accusing us of stealing Congo's minerals. How about the destination? Why don't you talk about it? And if we actually deployed everything, every effort, and stopped this thing flowing, the accusation would be even worse. Yeah, they would be seeing no more gold coming through here, going to them, then they say, these people, they are causing problems. So what are we supposed to do, honestly? And then there is this famous thing that has, I've heard of hate speech. I was saying some of the things that need to be paid attention to. One of them, the hate speech that goes on from Eastern Congo to the Western end. And then recently, some very powerful people who have some good ideas of how to resolve the problem started saying hate speech must be stopped on both sides. Does anyone understand what that means? Well, for me, I didn't. Which both sides? So there is hate speech in Congo and there is hate speech in Rwanda. This is what they are trying to say. Has it been going on? Have you been involved in hate speech, you people? And that these are people supposed to be helping to resolve the problem. So they must give part of the blame to Congo, and another part must be carried by Rwanda, even if both of us have not been doing the same thing. So I'm saying it is simple to resolve because all it needs is just avoiding being neither here nor there. You have to address the problem as it is. You have to deal with the facts, you have to deal with evidence, you have to deal with the right thing to do.
Aha turi ni mu mujyi muto wa Sake mu burasirazuba bwa Repubulika Demokarasi ya Kongo, ni mu birometero 27 n'umujyi wa Goma. Uyu mujyi abaturage benshi mu mujyi wa Goma bakomeje kuvuga ko umujyi wa Sake uri mu maboko y'inyeshyamba za M23, ariko radijwi rya Amerika twageze ahangaha uyu munsi turi tariki 14 ukwezi kwa kabiri uyu mwaka wa 2024. Umujyi wa Sake uracyari b'ingabo za Congo FARDC, ariko ikigaragara nuko abaturage barimo guhunga ugereranyije n'abaturage bari basanzwe bari muri uyu mujyi wa Sake. Byatungutse cyane, babaye bake cyane, abaturage barimo guhunga. Yewe nkuko mubibona hano iruhande rwanjye, uyu ni umuhanda uva Goma winjira mu mujyi wa Sake. Murabona imodoka zirimo gutambuka ariko ni nkeya cyane, kuko kuva twaturuka mu mujyi wa Goma kugera ahangaha muri Sake twabonye imodoka ebyiri gusa zirimo kwinjira muri uyu mujyi. Ikindi kintu kigaragara hano mu mujyi wa Sake nuko hahoze hari inkambi abantu bari basanzwe barimo. Hari amubona hasanzwe hari amabashe, ariko ubu ngubu ntabwo hakiri amabashe. Abaturage bahunze bavanamo amabashe bose berekera mu mujyi wa Goma. Nukuvuga ngo muri aya masaha tuvugana ubu umujyi wa Sake urimo ingabo za Congo FARDC. Gusa mu misozi miremire ya Malehe aho imirwano yabereye ku munsi w'ejo ni mu birometero nka 5 gusa n'umujyi wa Sake. Nira misozi mubonera hejuru n'ahantu bita kuri 3 antenne yo muri Malehe. Abaturage baracyari ahangaha muri Sake nubwo ari bake cyane, kuko umubare munini w'abaturage bose bamaze kuja mu mujyi wa Goma. Gusa ikigaragara nuko ingabo za Congo FARDC zirimo ku bwinshi. Harimo ingabo nyinshi muri uyu mujyi kurusha iminsi yashize. Ingabo ziragaragara ku bwinshi. Abaturage twavuganye batubwiye ko mu masaha ya mu gitondo kuri uyu wa gatatu hagaragaye imirwano, ariko ntabwo yatinze cyane. Muri aya masaha tuvugana nta mirwano irimo kuba, gusa FARDC iracyarinze uyu mujyi, ariko M23 nayo iracyari mwatura duce mureba hari mu misozi za Malehe n'ahitwa 3 antenne. Jimmy Shukurani Bakomera, Ijwi rya Amerika muri Sake.
Ya demokarasi ya Kongo, abaturage bakomeje guhunga centre ya Sake kubera ubwoba baterwa n'imirwano hagati y'umutwe wa M23 n'ingabo za leta FARDC. Kuri wa gatatu umunyamakuru Jimmy Shukurani Bakomera yari muri Sake.
Aha ni mu mujyi muto wa Sake, iruhande rw'ibiro bya Groupe ya Kamuronza mu burengerazuba bw'umujyi wa Goma. Twageze mu masaha ya mu gitondo, ariko ntabwo twemerewe gufata amashusho ayari yo yose kubera urujya n'uruza rw'ingabo za Congo FARDC ziva mu mujyi wa Goma ziza muri Sake. Twahabonye abaturage bake bari basigaye muri aka gace ka teritwari ya Masisi bahunga baja mu mujyi wa Goma, abandi baja Nzulo ruguru gato muri parike y'Ibirunga. Twasanze inkambi ya Mayutsa yari yarahungiwemo abaturage bari baturutse mu duce twa Shasha na Karuba, nabo barimo gusenya utuzu twabo duto bari bubakishije amahema mbere yo guhunga. Izi mpunzi zirimo kwikorera ibiti n'amahema zari zubakishije utu tuzu twabo. Imirwano yo irakomeje hagati ya FARDC na M23, ariko umujyi wa Sake kugeza ubu uracyagenzurwa n'ingabo za leta. Uhagaze ku mugezi uzwi nka Gihira uhuza imihanda ya Sake na Shasha ndetse n'undi werekeza mu gace ka Mushaki muri teritwari ya Masisi, wumva urusaku rw'imbunda ntoya gusa. Hagati muri centre ya Sake hasanzwe hakorerwamo ibikorwa by'ubucuruzi bitandukanye. Abaturage hafi ya bose bahunze, gusa hari abakirimo batabashije kuvamo. Bamwe bavuga ko impamvu badahunga ari ukubera batinya ko imitungo yabo yakwangirika. Abahunze bava muri uyu mujyi batinyaga ibitero bya M23 byegeraga cyane Sake, dore ko byavugwaga ko uyu mujyi waba wamaze gufatwa na M23. Rwanda Kubuya ni umugabo uri mu kigero cy'imyaka 48 duhuriye nawe muri iyi santere. Atubwiye ko M23 itarafata umujyi muto wa Sake.
Hali hapa Sake iko vibaya sana, tunaishi mwenye
umutekano hano muri Sake ntabwo umeze neza rwose, ni mubi cyane, ariko ntabwo M23 irafata hano Sake. Nawe ubwawe urahageze urabyibonera ko natwe turi mu santere nubwo turi bake. M23 iri mu nkengero za Sake rwose, kuko nawe urabona, ariko ntabwo irafata uno mujyi.
Kugeza ubu nubwo FARDC na Wazalendo bari mu mujyi wa Sake, inyeshyamba za M23 nazo ziri mu birometero 5 gusa uvuye Sake. Ikigaragarira amaso ku muntu uhagaze hagati muri Sake nuko umubare munini w'abaturage ba Sake bahunze. abasigaye mu nabicyoba ni cyinshi gusa bavuga ko bizeye ingabo z'igihugu. Uyu muturage duhuriye muri quartier ya Mayutsa avuga ko M23 ifite ibirindiro byabo bya mbere mu gace ka Kimoka hafi gato n'ibya MONUSCO ziri muri operation Springbok zihuriyemo na FARDC, ariko ntitwabashije kwagira ngo tubyibonere n'amaso kubera urufaya rw'amasasu rwari rutangiye kumvikana.
Wakazi wanakimbia juu ya kuogopa tu milio ya masasi juu mabombe ziko.
Abaturage barimo guhunga batinya ibisasu n'amabombe bishobora kugwa hano muri Sake, ariko ubwoba bwo ni bwinshi mu baturage. Natwe dufite ubwoba ariko nta kundi twabigenza, gusa twizeye ko FARDC ishobora kugira ikikora vuba na bwangu kuko irahanga ku bwinshi.
Umusozi ugana mu gace ka Malehe uzwi nka Trois muri teritwari ya Masisi niho humvikana imbunda nini ziratswa na M23. Abaturage batubwira ko ari yiroho ibisasu mu mujyi muto wa Sake, ariko ibi nta gihamya tubifitiye. Buholo Shamamba nawe ni umuturage utarahunze, avuga ko atewe ubwoba no kubona M23 iri kuri uwo musozi, dore ko natwe turimo kurebesha amaso yacu.
Tunaogopa kwa sababu pale kuturaza antene kuko silaha ambayo wanatia pale wale wahuni wa M23.
Turimo gutinya kuko hariya kuri turaza antene hari imbunda ya M23, ni imbunda irasa ibisasu cyane hano muri centre, tugatinya. Ibyo rero bigatuma umutekano ukomeza kuba muke muri aka gace. Dufite ubwoba bwinshi cyane rwose. Icyo dusaba guverinoma nuko yadufasha ikavana M23 hara kuri turaza antene kuko hateye ikibazo cyane, kandi bagakomeza no mu tundi duce. Ibi bikomeje kuba muri aka gace ka Sake mu gihe nyuma y'uruzinduko yagiriye mu mujyi wa Goma mu mpera z'icyumweru gishize. Jean Pierre Bemba Gombo, ministre w'ingabo wa Kongo, yongeye kugaruka muri Goma kuri uyu wa kabiri. Ubwo yavuganaga n'abanyamakuru, Bwana Bemba yavuze ko aje n'ubundi gukurikirana ikibazo cy'umutekano muke uri kugaragara mu burasirazuba bw'igihugu. Bemba yakomeje ashimangira ko FARDC ifite inshingano ikomeye yo kurinda umujyi muto wa Sake ndetse n'umujyi wa Goma ikomeje kwibasirwa na M23. Ariko mu itangazo ryayo yashyize ahagaragara ku wa kabiri, M23 nayo yatangaje ko byanze bikunze igomba gufata umujyi muto wa Sake vuba bidatinze. M23 yumvikanisha ko gufata Sake kuri yo bidasobanura ko irwana kugira ngo yigarurire teritwari za Repubulika Demokarasi ya Kongo, ariko ko ari mu rwego rwo guhagarika ubwicanyi. Ivuga ko bukorwa na FARDC ifatanyije na Wazalendo, imitwe ishyigikiye igisirikare cya Kongo. FARDC nacyo mu itangazo ryashyizwe ahagaragara ku wa mbere ushize gikomeza kivuga ko kitazemerera M23 gufata umujyi muto wa Sake ndetse n'umujyi wa Goma, ibyicaro bikuru by'intara ya Kivu ya ruguru. Jimmy Shukrani Bakomera, Ijwi ry'Amerika, Isake mu teritwari ya Masisi.
Urukiko rw'ikirenga mu Rwanda rwategetse umunyenganda Francisco Saveri Mirongo kugaragaza ibitabo by'ibarurishamari bya sosiyete y'uruganda rw'amarangi Sirwa Limited byo mu gihe cy'imyaka 28 ishize. Ni mu mugambi wo gushaka gukora igenagaciro rihamye kugira ngo hasuzumwe ikirego cy'abanyamigabane b'urwo ruganda. Kigali, Eric Bagirugusa.
Abanyamigabane barega umunyenganda w'umunyarwanda Bwana Francisco Saveri Mirongo ni Tadeyo bagaragaza abazungura ba Juvenal Bihira ndetse n'abazungura ba Pierre Claver Yamuremye, bavuga ko bari bahuriye kuri sosiyete y'uruganda rw'amarangi Sirwa Limited. Abarega Mirongo bavuga ko yabatsinze mu nkiko zabanje, biba ngombwa ko bitura urukiko rw'ikirenga basaba gusubirisha mu rubanza ku mpamvu z'akarengane. Ku ruhande rwa Mirongo n'abanyamategeko bamwunganira basabaga urukiko rw'ikirenga kwiyambura ububasha, bavuga ko uru rubanza rwagombye kuburanishwa bundi bushya rutangiriye mu rukiko rw'ubucuruzi. Basobanuye ko ruramutse rusuzumwe mu mizi mu rukiko rw'ikirenga haba hariho ko hari inzira zaba zivukijwe ababuranyi bombi, kuko urubanza rwaba ruciwe mu rwego rwa mbere n'urwa nyuma. Uruhande rw'abarega ruvuga ko urukiko rwaciye urubanza rwa nyuma arirwo rufite ububasha, bagakomeza gusaba inyungu ku migabane bavuga ko batahawe. Nyuma y'izo mpaka, inteko iburanisha ihagarariwe na Bwana Faustin Nteziryayo yanzuye ko urukiko rw'ikirenga kuriye arirwo rufite ububasha bwo kuruburanisha. Urukiko rw'ikirenga rwahaye umwanya umugenagaciro asobanura ibikubiye muri raporo ivuguruye yakozwe kuri Sirwa Limited kugira ngo barebe niba yashingirwaho inyungu ku migabane baregera. Bwana Vedaste Habimana yavuze ko imigabane yose ya Sirwa Limited ari 1,000 ifite agaciro gasaga miliyari 2 na miliyoni 800. Habimana yasobanuye ko imigabane bashyize muri raporo bayandukuye mu kigo cy'imisoro n'amahoro atariyo bagenzuye kuko umuyobozi wa Sirwa Limited atabahaye amakuru bifuzaga. Abanyamategeko bunganira abarega Mirongo bavuga ko hari inzu sosiyete umunyemari Mirongo yiyanditseho we n'umugore we bararigera imigabane n'inyungu zo kuva mu 1993. Umunyamategeko Idris Barinabo, umwe mu bunganira sosiyete Sirwa Limited iyobowe na Mironko, yavuze ko raporo y'umuhanga nta gaciro yahabwa na cyane ko nyir'ubwite avuga ko yashingiye ku makuru agenekereza, amusabira undi mwanya wo kongera gukora igenagaciro. Umunyenganda Mironko yasobanuye ko ibivugwa n'umuhanga bitari ukuri, yamwikomye ko yanze kumwakira ngo baganire, ahubwo akemeza ko umugenagaciro Habimana yamubwiye ko urukiko rwategetse ko bagomba kuvugana n'abamurega gusa. Mironko yabwiye urukiko ko ibyo yabwiye umuhanga nta na kimwe yanditse, kandi ko yagombye gufata kimwe impande ziburana. Yavuze ko mu gihe umuhanga agaragaza imigabane ya Sirwa Limited ko ari 1000, byaba ari nko kuyipfobya kuko kuri Mironko ni imigabane 8,425 ku mutungo wa Sirwa Limited bamurega kwiyandikishaho. Mironko yabigaramye, asaba ko wabikenera yabitangira ikirego bakabiburana. Yikomye wakoze igenagaciro, avuga ko abeshya mu makuru yatanze kandi ko nta muhanga wo kubugama. Umugenagaciro Habimana akavuga ko we n'abayoboye bagiye gushaka Mironko ngo abafashe gukora igenagaciro ntaborohereze. Yavuze ko no gusura imitungo byasabye ingufu za polisi n'umwanditsi mukuru. Mironko akavuga ko ibyo bamurega bigamije guteza urujijo. Aravuga ko agera mu Rwanda muri 1996 yasanze ikigo abo baburana barakibohoje, barangiza bakaregera ibyo muri 1993 na 1994 kandi aribo cyari mu maboko. Yemeje ko ibitabo by'ibarusha mibare rya Sirwa Limited afite ari byo kuva muri 1996 kugeza magingo aya, kandi ko azanabyerekana. Umucamanza yategetse ko ibyo bitabo Mironko agomba kubitanga mu gihe kitarenze iminsi 10. Yanzuye ko urukiko ruzahagarikira umugenagaciro ku yindi mitungo avuga ko atabashije kugeraho kuri sosiyete Sirwa Limited. Urukiko rw'ikirenga rwananzuye ko ruzashaka amakuru mu kigo cy'igihugu cy'ubutaka ku mutungo abarega Mironko bavuga ko yawibarujeho mu izina rye. Uruhande rwa Mironko rwari rwatsinze mu zindi nzego, rukomeza kuvuga ko ahubwo rugiye kwisanga mu karengane. Ruvuga ko abarurega muri 1997 bivanye muri sosiyete Sirwa Limited baza gusaba gusubiramo muri 2007, rukavuga ko ipfundo riri ku rubanza rwabaye ku ngingo yo gutesha agaciro inyandiko mvugo y'inteko rusange idasanzwe y'abanyamigabane ba Sirwa Limited yateranye muri 1997. Urubanza mu mwaka ushize nirwo rwabaye intandaro y'ifungwa ry'umunyenganda Francisco Saveri Mironko mu gihe cy'amezi 3, umwaka n'amezi 9. Urukiko ruramusubikira. Urukiko rwamuhamije kurusuzugura. Umucamanza yavuze ko itariki bazasubirira mu rukiko azayibamenyesha. Bagira ubusa ijwi ry'Amerika i Kigali.